What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And today we're going to talk about one of the biggest trades in MLB history today. The Padres have acquired Juan Soto and Josh Bell from the Nationals in exchange for left-hander Mackenzie Gore, first baseman Eric Hosmer, shortstop C.J. Abrams, outfielder Robert Hassel III, outfielder James Wood, and right-handed pitcher Jarlin Sawana. So this is a huge trade. That's a really big trade for Major League Baseball, of course. Juan Soto is a top 3 player in Major League Baseball. And even though he has kind of had a bit of a down year, he's proven that he is one of the best players in baseball, if not to some people, the best in baseball. Of course, he's been on a horrible team since 2019, even though he did win the World Series in 2019. He just won the Home Run Derby a couple of weeks ago, and he is a 2-time Silver Slugger and a 2-time All-Star and won the batting title. This year, he's hitting .246 with 21 home runs, 46 RBIs, 6 stolen bases, 408 on-base percentage, a .485 slugging, and a .894 OPS, and an OPS plus of 158, a 3.8 WAR this year as well. He's good in all facets of his game, and he is ridiculous. He is ridiculously good. Getting Juan Soto to the Padres, a core of him, Machado, and Tatis, when healthy, is absolutely insane. Probably the best in baseball. You bring in Soto, and I think Soto's going to be even better when he gets to San Diego. And I just think that this is a great trade for both teams. I think, Josh Bell's another guy. He is really good too. Josh Bell's contract does expire after the season, so you will have to pay him quite a bit of money. But, getting Josh Bell in this trade, even for the rest of the year, is really good. He's hitting .301 this year with 14 home runs and 57 RBIs, a .384 on base percentage, .493 slugging, and an .877 OPS. He's having a really good year, too. And, getting 2 star players, and, you had to give up quite a bit. I think the hardest guy to give up is probably Robert Hassel or James Wood. The thing is here, if you're the San Diego Padres, you get Juan Soto and Josh Bell. And clearly, they just didn't care. Whatever had to happen was going to happen, and they traded a pretty good haul for him. So let's go ahead and look at what the Nationals are getting back in this trade. First, starting off with left-hander Mackenzie Gore. Now, Mackenzie Gore has seen some time in the major leagues and was one of the top prospects in baseball at one time. He is on the 15-day injured list, shouldn't be back till late August. And Mackenzie Gore's not been very good this year. 4-4 with a 4.50 ERA in 70 innings, 72 strikeouts, 1.47 WHIP, 37 walks compared to 72 strikeouts. Not great, but I do think he will get better as he gets more experience in the major leagues, getting more innings. I think he's going to get better. And Mackenzie Gore could be the biggest steal of this trade. And Eric Hosmer is the next guy. Eric Hosmer is just a guy. He's in here. They get off his contract, though, which is another really big dub for the San Diego Padres. Getting rid of his contract, which is a big one, is good. He's hitting .272 this year with 8 home runs and 40 RBIs, 336 on base, 391 slugging, and a 727 OPS. It's just you would rather have Josh Bell any day. C.J. Abrams, even though he is a top 5 prospect in baseball, it's not that hard to give him up with all the middle infielder talents that you have. You've got Hassan Kim. You've got Fernando Tatis, obviously Jake Cronenworth. This year he's hit .232 in the majors with 2 home runs and 11 RBIs and 125 at-bats, 29 hits, .285 on-base percentage, 320 slugging, and a .605 OPS, an OPS plus of 77. He's still one of the top prospects in baseball. Was drafted 6th overall in 2019. And he's pretty versatile, too. He's a future shortstop of the Washington Nationals. James Wood is a guy that I'm a really big fan of. I think that this was probably one of the tougher guys to give up in this trade. James Wood is really, really good. And he was drafted in the 2nd round last year out of Maryland. And he's shown to be really good this year. And Loe Lake Elsinore for the San Diego Padres. This year, he's hit 10 home runs, 45 RBIs, at .337 on batting average, of .453 on base percentage, a .601 slugging, and an over 1,000 OPS. He definitely probably could get a jump to high A with the trade. He's only 19, though, but he is very good. And of course, the maybe the biggest prospect in this deal is Robert Hassel. Robert Hassel is just really underrated, I think, and he's very, very good. He has been in high A this whole year, and he has played very well. He was their first round pick, 8th overall back in 2020, and he is 20 years old. In Fort Wayne this year, he's hit 10 home runs, 55 RBIs, a 299 batting average, 379 on base percentage, a 467 slugging, and an 846 OPS. I mean, this is a insane trade. I like what AJ Preller does. I mean, every trade deadline he's just ridiculous, and it's a good ridiculous though. I mean, he is absolutely a maniac. But he's still making very smart trades. I mean, he got one of the best closers in baseball yesterday in Josh Hader, if not the best closer in baseball, for dimes on the dollar, I say. And then this trade, I mean, C.J. Abrams, I don't think it hurts that much to give him up. I mean, it hurts to give up Robert Hassel and James Wood. But let's go over Jarlin Sazana, who was also included in the trade for Juan Soto. And Jarlin Sosawana, he has been in the minors this year, pitched a little bit in the AZL, 2.45 ERA in 7 games, 8 started, 29 innings, 11 walks to 44 strikeouts. This guy could be solid. He's one of the top international prospects. But yeah, I mean, if you're the Padres, you get off the contract of Eric Hosmer while getting Juan Soto and Josh Bell. I mean, this is the best trade you could have got to get Juan Soto. I mean, this was absolutely an insane deal. And I like what the San Diego Padres are doing. I really think that if there's a team that's built to make a run at the Yankees this year, it's going to be Juan Soto and the Padres. I think that they are possibly the best team in the NL. Now, they probably won't win the division just because they are like 16 games back. So it's going to be very hard for them to win the division, as I don't see the Nationals giving up that big of a lead. But I still think that this Padres team, when it comes playoff time, is going to be really good. And a lot of people are saying, oh, this is just for a wild card berth. The thing is, it may be in the regular season, but the thing is, this is going to be even better in the postseason. Juan Soto has been to the postseason before, and this is a really great trade. The Washington Nationals, if you're a Nationals fan, I know that you're probably pretty sad that they gave up Juan Soto. But you still got some really good prospects, and these prospects may equal out to be better than what Juan Soto is and Josh Bell is for half a year. If I'm the Washington Nationals fan, I'm still really excited about this trade. I mean, you're going to be seeing C.J. Abrams in the major leagues. You're going to be seeing Mackenzie Gore once he gets off the injured list in the major leagues. And I mean, you're going to be seeing James Wood in high A, probably Robert Hassel in high A or double A. I mean, this is really, really a good trade for both sides. Let's go ahead and talk about some other trades, though. The Twins today acquired Jorge Lopez from the Orioles. It's really interesting what the Orioles are doing at the deadline. I understood the trade of Trade Mancini to the Astros. I mean, you didn't want to pay him after the year, as much as the fan base, I'm sure, is pretty mad about it. But But this is a guy in Jorge Lopez that still has years left on his deal. I mean, he's not a free agent for multiple years after this year. I mean, you gave up a controllable pitcher for not too much of not too exciting prospects, to be honest. You got 4 prospects back: left-hander Cade Povich, left-hander Juan Rojas, right-hander Yenry Cano, and right-hander Juan Nunez. I don't think that this is a big package at all for Jorge Lopez, and I know he's not really proven very much in his career besides this year. But like I said, he's got a contract through 2024, which is 2.5 years of control with Jorge Lopez. I mean, this is a great trade for the Twins. I mean, you get a back-end closer that has been dominant this year. I mean, this is a really good trade for Minnesota. Let's go ahead and talk about another trade. Kind of a big trade yesterday was the Yankees getting Frankie Montas and Luis Ravino from Athletics for 4 prospects. I really like what the Athletics did here. They got some major league ready talent, being Ken Waldrich, which is a really good pitcher, and Luis Medina too. They got some good prospects back from Frankie Montas and Luis Ravino. I mean, it's not a super exciting trade, but it's still a good trade. And I mean, the Yankees are definitely the favorites right now. And everybody was surprised with Josh Hader. I get that what he's done in the past years is kind of surprising to see him get traded. But the thing is he's not been that great this year, and he's really been horrible in July. And I think he will get better. It's just, I mean, the Padres definitely got him at an all-time low, which is really good for them. But the big story is Juan Soto getting traded to the San Diego Padres in a blockbuster deal. And the Nationals are horrible, and they're going to be horrible for a few years now. I mean, the Padres deal, of course, was very intriguing. And for the Padres, I mean, you still kept on to your first-round pick from last year in Jackson Morrell. You still have Dylan Lesko in that farm system. I mean, it's still one of the least farm systems in baseball, pretty bad. But, I mean, this Nationals farm system is building up to be one of the best in baseball. That's going to be the end of today's video. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thank you for watching, and peace.